My name is Akiva Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan, and today we're continuing our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so please subscribe to our channel. We talk about assets in a divorce, and in our video regarding how do we determine what are the challenges in a high asset divorce, we talked about figuring out what the assets are before we figure out a real value to them. On that first point, I want to comment that sometimes figuring out what the assets are is simply not that simple. Why? Because people hide them. We've had cases where sometimes people are making money, it's mostly cash, they declare very little, but their lifestyle is such that there's more money coming in than is obviously being reported. How do we determine the value of that? Or what about assets that are hidden somewhere, cash assets that are spread out amongst family, or assets that are simply not disclosed at all? There's a house somewhere nobody told anybody about. A wife knows about it, husband doesn't know about it, or vice versa. What are the consequences associated with non-disclosure of a known asset? Well, I will tell you that the court takes that very seriously, because what has happened over the years is there's been such an outcry of the unfairness of hiding an asset, and then all of a sudden the divorce is over, and then all the assets come out and somebody didn't get their half. The court has very serious implications in that scenario. If the court finds that somebody deliberately hid a known asset, the court has a lot of options. The court can reopen the divorce for resolution of that asset, and the court has the discretion not just to divide the asset, but give the bulk or all of it to the non-at-fault party, meaning you got the bad actor who hid it, the whole asset can be given to the other one as a penalty for non-disclosure. So a lot of times we'll see things like this where people will not even realize that they had to disclose it. Like, if you're hiding a valuable car or house somewhere, you're supposed to disclose that, and if you don't, there's a consequence. But what if it's something you may not have known about, like you have a lawsuit pending because you were harassed at work? The other person wasn't harassed, wasn't at work. It's your case. Do you have to disclose it? I have to tell you, you got to disclose it. You got to say that it's a potential asset. I will also comment that if you do disclose it, in a situation like that, odds are the court will say, okay, we know about it. It's your case. You suffered. You're not getting nothing from it. But if you fail to disclose it and it comes up later, that's where you get in trouble. Because then the court might say, look, I might not have done anything had you disclosed it. But now that you didn't, I'm penalizing you and I'm giving this person that asset or most of it or a big portion of it that they never would have gotten otherwise. So the consequences of non-disclosure are extreme. So therefore, you got to be very careful to make sure that you have given a transparent disclosure of every single asset that you have. And your lawyer will probably make you say on the record, is it the case that you have disclosed all the assets that you have? And make the other person make the same disclosure. The lawyers will do that to protect the situation, protect themselves. So therefore, you obviously have to take this very seriously. Now, if you've got a question about your assets or whether or not they should be disclosed or to what degree, obviously you got to talk to your lawyer about that. We'll be happy to talk to you about it. Reach out. We'll be glad to help you out.